right, people, I got another great update for TSLA. You know, TSLA is a stock that did very well, especially on this day here, on April the 3rd, where we made about 300% gains on the option plays, and that was, again, documented in a video. And then from there, that day on, we did confirm a gain, but it was short-lived and had to take small profits, and then it never could confirm and chop. But one point I wanted to make was how this was stronger. And of course, today, what did they do? They opened up again with more power. I mean, whoever was bearish about this over here, over here, over here, are looking pretty silly and donkey. You know, especially the forever guesser. My friend, the stock bookie, always guesses, always gets it wrong. You know, he was bearish here, by the way, people. Just to give you the point, had no plan, and then makes fun of what I say. But meanwhile, I have plans that show you can make the money. And today's move was by the time it confirmed, and they didn't really take it any higher, but they held the gains. I mean, this is still a strong close, and it's a matter of, do they want to chop this higher, or are we going to get a move? And it's about taking shots with plans, people. But let's go take a look at what I said about this plan and its confirmation. These options. Let's go take a look at what I said on the stream first, and we're going to come back to this plan. All right. So in the morning, Tesla was very strong, and I was waiting for the first 10 minutes, and Tesla kept on showing power, and it was up and down, up and down. But of course, way above key points, right? Way above that 209 pivot point. The move didn't move very far, and so I said, the 320 calls. It couldn't be 120. They're way too expensive. You can't buy 120 calls for 180. Common sense, right? But the 320 calls costed about $1.80. Okay, they moved to a high of about 224 before stalling. And then they came crashing down a little bit below, like over here. See this, what I posted here? Just to give you an example, just to prove my point here. And again, if someone wanted to enter this in case this was going to take off, but you know what? I could see that the momentum of the stock, again, with weekly options, we don't have time. In this time, it's the amount of, had Tesla had started, when Tesla started way too strong, and never really gave it unless you were holding options before the move on Friday. That was the only way you would have made it solid money. But if you're trying to get in today, it was hard. But they dipped to 150, and they went back by about 10:25 a.m. and went back up to above 2. But I saw the action wasn't where I figured this was going to more likely chop. And you know what? It may have kept on going, but I figured they were going to hold it today and form another pattern. And so I exited for a break even about 180. Same thing where I got in, right? I mean, I could have taken profits in this, but I broke even for the Tesla trade. So it was and this is what happens with it. Could have been a loss, by the way. You know what? This could have been a loss. But the thing is, the matter is, you can't catch big gains if you're worried about losses, and this is why you need a solid plan. You know what? This was a solid. The reason why this was just a break even was because it was a solid plan. Because if it was a bad plan, you could lose money for sure, right? And then that so even solid plans you can lose money, but you have a higher chance to lose money when you don't have a solid plan. Or what's even worse, you can't make money. All right, people. So let's get back to this Tesla plan. So Tesla is set up to test 330 to 335 from here. The April 13, 320 or 325 calls could be used. We're going to take a look at that together. I'll be explaining some facts not inside these boxes, so make sure to listen to all the details I will explain. Yeah, so I explained about what happened between the two Tesla trades from April the 3rd till now. And one did very well, and the other one was break even. Even though this moved a lot, because we moved so much and didn't move much at all. And you know what? These same options, they might confirm, and to be honest with you, they can even cost more. This is why we document things, to learn. Even though we have to pay higher prices, this stock is still at a key pivot point, still can go higher. It's just a matter of, are they going to give us a smooth move, or are they going to do it in a choppy manner where we can't make a lot of money? And that's the unknown factor. But this stock here is this action that you see here is very strong. This is my point here. So another entry is that Tesla needs to break above 315 on another key, which is another key pivot point. Again, the volume will be key here. And just like today, I like to see about a million on a 10-minute chart. Okay. And so if we don't get the volume, then it'd be basing above 315, and is there any positive action towards 316? It's one of those things is where it can move a lot. So these options can still make a lot of money, but we do need a good confirmation, and I will be posting if I do enter this or not. By posting the entry point. Okay, so for example, let's go take a look at the price of the options, people. All right, so here we are at the Yahoo Finance Board, and Tesla closed up $9. And because even though it closed up $9, most of the move was a gap, so it was very hard to make money with the options. But you could still have made money with the options. That's the incredible thing, or at least or easy to break even. It was a very safe, solid, safe trade considering the magnitude of how much Tesla moved up, and that's powerful analysis skills. Where others were just calling tops and being wrong about dozens of times. Example, stock booking. All right, people. That guy's a big joke. But anyways, I have to laugh. Anyways, people. Big guesser. All right, people. You want to learn how to guess? He's the perfect guy for that. Anyways, so here we have the Tesla as the April 13 calls up. Now let's take a look at the 320. So the 320 calls, as you can see, they are down. They're if you held them, they are down about 40 cents. And if they confirm again, they might cost $2. So if someone was to theoretically hold, but you know what? To play it safe, sometimes you've got to get in and out of the market, And the nice thing here is I want to show is that these 325 calls, okay, are something one could use, and I might even consider using them depending on what I see. One of the reasons being is that we could wait for more price pressure and still catch a lot of and get these are very cheap. I mean, they might confirm at $1 each, right? A lot of trading happened in these. So you can see there's high anticipation of higher prices. And you know what? By Friday, for all you know, Tesla will be above 330. Even higher. It's very possible. Okay. And it's a matter of can we get the right move. Maybe tomorrow Tesla will just consolidate again. The key is this stock wants higher prices. Are they going to give us a nice move for options? Well, that's why we have a plan, people, and this is why I document this in the videos and I post the option prices. And again, you've got to be fast and you have to have a solid plan. So I talking about key numbers for a reason and explaining the pros and the cons of this trade. Okay, if you are one who doesn't feel comfortable, again, the nice thing about options, people, is option size. So for example, if you want to take small, you can go in with simply one option or two. Imagine, look at this. I can assure you one thing, that these 325 calls, can they double your money? They can. Can these 320 double your money? They can. This stock is set up to be able to double your money minimum, and it could do more. But if you don't have a plan of action, you have no chance of making money. And Tesla is in favor of going higher. It's that kind of stock right now, and we're still in the phase one. And will give me more. It'll give me more clues of how we finish off phase one for the phase two targets, which I said 390 to 400. There's a lot of potential for the stock. Don't kid yourself. The stock is a powerhouse. All right, people. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Power Target Trades, see the Sandro Power Target Trade? It's going to appear here in a circle format. Simply click on it and it'll give you an easy way to subscribe. As you can see, I got a lot of great messages here. My banner is full of key facts of messages. Unlike any other site, there is nobody who does it like this, who explains it like this, who makes videos like this, who makes plans that you could actually make money if you have an understanding of what to do, right? Nothing's for nothing in this world. Losses are a part of making large gains. Anybody tells you anything different, they don't know what you're talking about. But I've showed and proven that time and time again that the odds are in our favor. The thing is the spreads. When you got options like WDC, sometimes they have horrible spreads, right? and they don't work. And one of the things I mentioned that in my update, they didn't confirm with volume. It confirmed, but not with volume. And options prices weren't even good, even when it was a thing. And then they decided to be good. Then so these were one of those things where some people may want to take it. And so in theory, this confirmed. I never bothered with WDC. I was focusing too much on TSLA and BABA. So there you have it, people. A great update. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Power Target Trades. See the center Power Target Trade? Simply click on it to easily subscribe. A lot of great information, a lot of great links. Read my messages. Thanks for listening. Like the video.